So you missed out on Dragon Man, and now you're watching all your favorite YouTube reviewers talk about how great this thing is. And you probably hopped onto eBay, and you're wondering, well, is it worth $150? Well, let's find out. Next, on Toy Gains. Toy Gains! Yes! You and me, baby! Toy Gains! I can't take it anymore! It's Toy Gains!
So anyways, let's get down to the nitty-gritty.
Well, I hate to do this to you, but first I have to rub it in. I have to really rub it in. When you consider Maximum Spider-Man was $60, albeit very overpriced. Nice figure, overpriced. And the McFarlane Elite Edition Doomslayer was also $60, albeit very overpriced. I just talked about that last week. And this guy was $85. In that regards, he looks like a friggin' bargain. But let's take a look at some other figures that the community has kind of deemed not a bad price point for what you get. Now here you have a Mythic Legions and a Hasbro piece, both very similar in height. This has a little bit better sculpt work, but not much, but he has more going on. This figure poses much better. So I think both these figures, fair price. I think this guy was $75 at retail, $85 at retail. So the initial price point is good. And that's square one. Now we have to talk about, is it worth paying near double at $150? And that's where you have to ask yourself a few things. Let me get him in another pose, get his other wings, and we'll take a look from there. But right here, what is here is awesome. The little book, the glasses, the folded in wings that NECA didn't give you at first with their gargoyles line. Get everything you need for this figure. Let me put him in another pose. Product wise, I have no complaints. The wings come out and go back in if you want to swap very easily. Comes with fisted hands. You know I love articulated jaws because it gives you a different dynamic with the head without having to switch the head. Bendy wire tail. I'm sure you've seen all these things in a review. If I had to critique anything, the paint on the inside of the wings is a little soft, and it could use a little like black wash towards the interior of like the arms and the little bone arms that hold up wings. Little wash or a little fade to black, but it's lacking depth in the paint. But that's what Marvel Legends kind of do. They're more of like a comic book accuracy paint and not realism. Sculpt work is great. It's a nice figure. Now, who are you? Are you a Fantastic Four fan? If you are, I'm sure you already pre-ordered this, but if you're a Fantastic Four / Marvel super fan and you missed out on this, well, here's the thing. If you don't get them now for $150, 2-3 years, I could see this figure hitting $250. It's a nice figure. The more people see the reviews and the quantity runs out, gets more scarce, that price point could go up. I don't think it's going to come down. It's a big figure. This is a figure that they could have asked $100. I think it would have been right on the border of being too much. But $80 or $85 was sort of a steal. I don't think you're going to see this pop up randomly at Ollie's, although stranger things have happened. I really think if you don't get this at $150, you might regret it. If it hits $200, $250, that's way too much. Also, though, August, a lot of stuff has come out. If you're a collector like me who collects everything from Motu to G.I. Joe and everything in between, I don't think I would do it. But if you're a Marvel fan, yes, do it now. You are going to regret it if it goes higher. If you are a Mythic Legions fan, I think there's some options here to put a realistic paint job on this thing, even completely paint them differently. if you are a toy, complete toy, you need perfectionist, his head doesn't go back that great. It rotates and all that stuff, but there's not a lot of range as far as looking up. But he's really fun. I am really impressed. I say go for it. I don't think you'll regret it. When's the last $150 figure I got? Maybe a Mezco figure. And I love Mezco products, but their price point is getting ridiculous. This is, if you want to look at it, apples and oranges, and what you're paying for Mezco, what you would be paying here for $150, you're still getting a better value if you look at it in comparison to Mezco, or even like a Storm Collectibles figure, because their prices head north of $100 as well. You know, I say do it. I really think you're gonna regret it if you don't get this guy. He's awesome. Let me know what you think. Did you get him already? Are you gonna overpay for him? Are you gonna wait? Do you not need him? I'm always curious. As always, take care. Have fun. Why did I say it like that? Take care, have fun.
Everything that guy just said is bullshit. Thank you.
Woo! Like, comment, subscribe. Yeah!